Mm.
So we're about halfway through the Rugby World Cup. Sure that
I didn't know
everyone's
it was I didn't know it was the World Cup right now. I thought it was just games.
no, this is the World Cup.
Oh,
Every 4 years. It's a year before the Olympics.
okay.
Yeah. So when I sent you that text that Ireland beat South Africa, it was like
Oh, it's
huge.
about. I thought it was just a regular game. I didn't realize it was about the World Cup.
No, this is
Yeah.
huge. Um, yeah, because South Africa won the last one in 2019.
So they're gone. They're out.
No, we're still in a pool play. So this is just seeding the tournament. South Africa will still get seeded because they're so good. But yeah,
Who do you think will win this year?
okay. So this is really, really hard. This is probably the most competitive World Cup I've ever seen. And I've seen two of them. So,
Well, yeah.
come on.
I mean, you can only see so many. Like,
Uh, no, but I've done reading about the previous ones, looking at like watching the finals matches and things, and just the previous ones. There's going to be a clear winner the whole time.
hmm
This year, it's held in Paris, or all throughout France actually, but I think the
hmm
finals will be in Paris. France is, I think, the number 2 seed going into the tournament.
hmm
France has the absolute best player in the world. His name is Dupont.
hmm
Dupont, as they call him.
hmm
He is the most incredible player I've ever seen.
hmm
Um, yeah. So it's held there. They have the home field advantage.
hmm
If you were to ask me who I think will win, I would say
hmm
France.
Okay.
Interestingly, like 2 weeks before the Rugby World Cup started, I saw this reel on Instagram that it said France thinking that they're going to walk away with the World Cup title, but there's one team standing in their way. And then it flashed to the New Zealand All Blacks.
Mm.
And I was like, this is a terrible hype video because the opening game of the World Cup was France versus the All Blacks,
Uh
and France whopped them. It was not that close.
huh.
I mean, it's like football scoring. I can't remember the final score, but it was like, I don't know, 24-15.
Okay.
But that's a pretty big score difference. If you watch the game, you realize New Zealand could not control. They had no control over the game. Anytime they
Right.
scored, it was luck, basically. Okay, going into it, France was seeded number 2. Ireland is seeded number 1. I would say that they have the best team
hmm
talent-wise, but they always choke. Always choke.
Mm.
They've never made it past the quarterfinals. This team in third is South Africa. So when I
Okay.
sent you that message, and Ireland and South Africa are in the same pool, which
Okay.
is the most competitive pool I've ever seen because Scotland's also in their pool. So I was like, let's go. I
hmm
hope Ireland wins, but I think it's a toss up between Ireland, South Africa, and France. But if I was
Okay.
going to put money on it, which I never will because gambling is stupid, I think France will take the
The
title.
title. Okay. Huh.
Dupont. Well, that's another thing too.